to lock it on. Then you've got this, and it's kind of hard to get to, especially if you have gloves on. Over here, they've put a big old knob on here, made it a lot easier to deal with, and then this goes over the top of the spool. And then this one actually came with a spool. Now, it is true, in 3 years I haven't used the Harbor Freight spools. They are very splattery, and they haven't really been the quality of, you know, higher end welding spools from Home Depot or Lowe's. So it's kind of true that when you buy Harbor Freight tools, the tool does just fine, but any accessories or things that you need for it, it's better to buy those at a higher end store and get the quality there. This machine functions no worse than any more expensive machine of its type at a big box store, but this stuff in general does start to show where corners may have been cut. But again, in 3 years I haven't used their stuff, so they came with a free spool. I don't mind grinding down a little bit of splatter depending on what I'm doing, so I'll give it a shot and see if maybe they've upgraded this by chance. I doubt it, but it's a possibility, and maybe I'll talk about that later. The other thing is looking at my floppy lid. It's just a floppy lid, and on the new one they've actually given you a little bit of a graph to give you an idea of the different ways to use the machine and the best settings and all that. So that's just a nice little added bonus. I've been using them for so many years. This is actually my third one, so I've been using them, you know, for years, so I have a pretty good idea of where I need the settings to be. But, you know, for somebody just getting into it, obviously usually when you buy these cheaper units, you're a beginner or you don't do that much, so this stuff could actually come in quite handy. It also came with a little guide on your welds and how to mess with your welds. That didn't come in the old one. So, you know, that may or may not be useful for you, but it's just nice to see that they've kind of adjusted some of the details, and they've really thought about this machine over the years and changed a lot of things. And the sad part is, I paid less for the new one than I paid for the old one. I think I paid $90 for this when it was on sale. I paid $81 yesterday for this one on sale. So a little bit better quality, a little bit more thought put into the unit, and I paid less. So if you're thinking about using something like this or picking one of these up, just some ideas so you can see how things have changed over the years with this particular company. I've never had a problem with them. There's things I don't buy through them. I've bought drills through them before, and you know, they're okay. They're usually pretty big and clunky, and they don't necessarily work as well as a higher end one. So I tend to go with the higher end ones when it comes to things like that. I just don't want to be messing around constantly charging it. So anyway, maybe that'll help you out a little bit. At some point, maybe I'll do a video on some welding so you can kind of see what these really can do. They work fairly well, so hope you enjoyed the video.